Welcome along to the Boylesports Betzone with me, Nigel Seeley. This weekend we'll be previewing all the live TV matches in the Premier League, and delighted to say joining me to do so is former Sheffield Wednesday and Southampton striker Gordon Watson.
Nige.
Flash Gordon Watson to his friends. So Gordon, you've come all the way from the Crucible by the looks of things.
I have. I just thought I'd keep it at home, you know. I'm happy to have a cue in my hand, but today it's football.
Football it is. Just before we go on to the live games, as your team, Southampton, former side, fantastic start to the season. Yeah,
I mean, listen, they brought in better players. They've got a better manager, so you'd expect that everything would work out right. But obviously they've won 9 of the last 10 games, so you've got to be saying to yourself, when's it going to end, or is it going to end? But it's exciting times, and it's nice because there was a lot of doom and gloom around in the summer. Yeah, big match of the weekend against Hull. Do you fancy them win that? I think, as I just said, I mean, it's one of them, when's it going to end? You can't go against them. They've got such a strong side, and they've got such a strong squad. Against Hull, you'd expect them not to get beat. Whether they'll go and win the game, I'm not too sure. Yeah, tricky one for there, but let's have a look at the live matches. We're going to start off on Saturday afternoon, 12:45, BT Sport. Newcastle absolutely flying under Alan Pardew. So amazing still in the job, but he is. They entertain Liverpool at St James's Park. Newcastle 3 straight wins, 13-5 with Boylesports to win this game. And Liverpool, even money, a bit short, that, isn't it? Yeah, I couldn't have Liverpool on my mind. I mean, they've got half the Southampton side there. They're actually known as Southampton reserves. They've not bought well. They're not creating chances. Newcastle are absolutely flying, and I think Newcastle should be favourites, so I would definitely want to be with the Magpies here.
Yeah, 13-5, they beat Manchester City last time. 34 goals in their last 8 fixtures. Do you fancy goals here?
Yeah, you've got to fancy goals because they only know one way to play, Newcastle, and that's why they've been caught out. But now they've used their head a little bit. They've got players all over the pitch who are playing with such full of confidence. And with Liverpool, with someone like Steven Gerrard, maybe Balotelli, I mean, yeah, both teams to score looks like an absolute knocker.
Yeah, both teams to score in that one will be very popular in your weekend accumulators. Just a word of caution for anybody backing flashes of ice, and believe me, you need a bit of caution. Liverpool won 6-0 a couple of seasons ago and 5-1.
Yeah, but again, if this fixture was 3 or 4 weeks ago, you'd probably say that you wouldn't give either of them a prayer of action winning. You'd probably have no one to score and go for a 0-0 no goal scorer. But now, because of Newcastle have turned it around, listen, a lot of what's gone on, a massive huddle with the Newcastle boys. They're all in it together, and I think Newcastle will be absolutely buzzing, more than normal this week when Liverpool come to town.
And Balotelli scored after 6 minutes and coming on a sub against Swansea. Remember, you'll get double the odds if your first goal scorer scores after 20 minutes, inside 20 minutes, on all Premier League games this weekend with Boylesports. Great value, and who would you be heading for that one?
Oh, well, I think you've got to go for one of the Newcastle front boys, really. I mean, Papi Cisse, if he's, I know he had a little knock the other night, but I mean, he seems to be the one that gets on the end of things. And they've got wingers and that with Obertan. And I mean, listen, what am I saying? Obertan to score? Well, it was only 2 weeks ago he got the winner and started this ball rolling against Leicester. And when you score goals, it normally does snowball.
OK, just one. Have you ever got a 147?
No. Only a bus from Lewisham into London Bridge.
Lovely. OK, big game, 1:30, on Sunday, Manchester City against Manchester United. A couple of weeks ago, he was putting this down as a home banker. Not so sure if that's the case now. Man United only lost 1 in their last 7.
Again, I mean, this is one where it's got goals right all over it. This could be a 4-3. This is definitely a massive overs. The goals can come from sort of 12 or 14 players on the pitch. So I would say you can't trust Manchester United to keep it tight, and if Man City, they're the type of side that if they smell blood, they could go on a rampage. But the one thing that Man United have got, they have got goals in them, and I expect goals right across the board here.
I like that. Both teams to score would be my banker of the weekend. That's 11-20 with Boylesports. Last season was 4-1 to Manchester City. The season before was 3-2 to Man United. City haven't won in 3 games. Would you say a bit of pressure on Pellegrini?
Yeah, massive. And the last team you want to come to town is the old rivals, Man United. So I would say that I think all results here are feasible, and you can give an argument to them all. But the one that you'll have no arguments about is both teams to score. Yeah, 20-23 favourites Man City are to win, 14-5 for a Manchester United victory, and the draw may tempt some people at 11-4. Yeah, and listen, you're going to have plenty of value in that because it could be 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. It could be anything. Yeah, goals on the menu. We think both teams will score. Definitely for me, that is part 1 of my double, which I'll come to on a little bit later on. OK, 4 o'clock in the Premier League. Aston Villa against Tottenham. Will Aston Villa score? That is the question. Who do you think's a better bet, Ronnie O'Sullivan or Mark Williams for the World Championships, by the way? Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Okay, Aston Villa v Tottenham. Do you think Villa will score?
I do. I think Villa may well win this game. I just think that when you look at the way the teams match up, I think Villa might stamp all over Tottenham in midfield. I do think it's going to be a very, very cagey affair. Maybe a 1-0, maybe a 2-1, but I think that Villa will turn it around.
I don't disagree completely. I can't see Villa scoring. They haven't scored in those 5 games. Last season was 0-2 and 0-4. They met in the Capital One Cup. The season before that was 0-4. So in the last 3 games against Tottenham, they won 2-0 every single time, and Tottenham won by an aggregate 10-0, Flash.
So that makes Villa absolute bankers.
Well, there we have it. Benteke could play playing all night, and he wouldn't have scored against QPR last time out. 2-0. I don't fancy many goals at all. I'm going for Tottenham to win 10-0 here at 13-5. Villa at the top of the table, now down to 15th. Relegation, big candidates as well.
And again, it's just because of the peaks and the troughs of Premiership football, where we go back 6 or 7 games ago, and everyone was saying Villa are there, the surprise package of the season. They've got good players in there. They're just lacking a little bit of confidence. They score early. They know how to get the ball done. They've got talented lads in that side.
And if they do score early, remember they score inside 20 minutes. You will get double the odds on your first goal, score a double bubble, and remember you'll be money. Do you think Benteke or who else?
No, I think, but the way that Tottenham play, I like Weimann or even Fabian Delph, because midfield runners, they're not very good at tracking Tottenham midfielders. So I would say that I'd go for Delph at a big price.
Word of caution, if you are taking Tottenham at 21-20 to win this game, they've only won once in their last 7 in the Premier League games. Their last away win was on the opening day of the season at West Ham. But Aston Villa haven't won this fixture since 2008, when this waistcoat that Flash has on was back in fashion. OK, let's go back to the Monday Night Football. Crystal Palace against Sunderland. Not exactly a great one to be inspiring about, is it? But is there any good bets on it?
Oh yeah, I love this one. I think Crystal Palace will butcher Sunderland. I've seen Sunderland quite a few times, and obviously I was there when Saints stuck 8 past them. Could have been 12. They were just completely. They chucked the towel in halfway through the first half. And the one place you don't want to go when you need to go and have a battle is Crystal Palace. And I see Crystal Palace winning this comfortably. I can see both sides scoring, but I definitely would want to be on Crystal Palace's side here.
Who do you think was a better player, Jimmy White or Alex Higgins?
Did Jimmy White play football, did he? I know Higgins did.
Oh, OK. Crystal Palace have only won 1 in their last 5 matches. That's a big concern if you're taking the 11-10 to win here, Flash. But Sunderland, only 1 win all season, no away wins. And Poyet looks under big pressure.
He's under massive pressure, but a big one here for Crystal Palace and Sunderland is, you look at Sunderland, they let goals in from set pieces. Who's the one team you don't want to play against when you need to defend set pieces? And that's Crystal Palace. So you can look at the Crystal Palace centre-backs or even Jednak getting on the end of a corner or a free kick, and there'll be obviously big prices.
Last 4 games, Sunderland have only scored 1 goal. They've conceded 13 in that period. Palace have won this fixture the last 4 times they played, and they won it 3-1 last season. So out of all the games we're talking about, your nap would probably be Crystal Palace here.
Yeah, look forward to it on a Monday night. Yeah, you can have your fun over the weekend, but look forward to a Monday night with Crystal Palace.
Well, I'm going for a 5-1 double this weekend. I'm going for Manchester City and Manchester United. That 5-1 has been enhanced by Boylesports. Man City and Man United, both teams to score. And I'm going to go for Tottenham to win 0. And you can get that right now, that double, by clicking the link on the description box below on this page just right now here at 5-1, which is, again, a fantastic price. So, Flash, that's your banker, Palace?
Yeah, I like Palace. I really like Palace. Oh, and obviously the banker's probably Man United and Man City, both to score.
OK, there it is. That's the Boylesports Betzone with me, Nigel Seeley. We'll see you same time, same place. Me and Flash now are going to watch some 80s boy bands reruns on the video. See you soon.